He was a paratrooper and one of the inspirations for Robert Redford's character in the movie A Bridge Too Far. How did T. Moffett Burris, a high school teacher from a small southern town, wind up playing a leading role in the largest airborne invasion in history?
I wanted to go to Clemson, and if you went to Clemson, you took military, whether you wanted to or not.
Fight, we will. All the guns of the sword still. Get ready. Airborne from skies.
Growing up after World War II and look back on this, it's almost inconceivable for us to comprehend what these soldiers experienced.
September 17, 1944. T. Moffett Burris was flying over the North Sea, loaded down with 150 pounds of equipment and ammunition. Burris was jumping behind enemy lines into Holland with nearly 35,000 other American, British, and Polish troops. After D-Day, the Germans were in full retreat throughout the Netherlands. The Allied goal was to deliver a backdoor blow to Hitler, control Holland's bridges, open the road into Germany, and end the war by Christmas. The key was controlling a single 65-mile-long road that came to be known as Hell's Highway. British Field Marshal Bernard Montgomery called his brainchild Operation Market Garden. Market referring to the invasion by air, and Garden to the ground operation to secure the bridges. Moffett Burris was 24 years old and battle-hardened. Every jump put his life on the line.
We knew it was going to be a rough mission. I expected to make it.
Burris, in person and on paper, appeared to be just another guy, not a Hollywood-style war hero. He was 5'7", a Clemson University graduate, working as a schoolteacher in Orangeburg, South Carolina. When the Japanese bombed Pearl Harbor, he knew he'd be called into action. He was in the Army Reserve.
And on that Sunday morning, we happened to be sitting around the table and just chatting, and the radio comes on and saying that Pearl Harbor had been bombed. Well, all of us looked at each other and said, Pearl Harbor, where's Pearl Harbor? Somebody said, in the Philippines. And my date, who later became my wife, Louisa Hay, said, oh my goodness, my brother just arrived in the Philippines 2 weeks ago. He's going to be in serious trouble. Well, we tried to console and say, oh, everything's going to be all right, but we knew it wasn't. We knew it was not going to be all right. And I remember driving back home mostly in silence, wondering what was going to happen. Then it dawned on me that I have a reserve commission. I will probably be in the service. Then the next day, of course, was Roosevelt's announcement that we were at war.
At Fort Benning, Burris volunteered for paratrooper training and became a member of the 82nd Airborne Division, the All-Americans.
The 82nd has a very special place in America's heart. Its whole history from 1942 until today is it's looking for the same kind of soldier. It's looking for a leader who's willing to throw himself out of an airplane at 500 feet beneath a parachute and land in the darkness somewhere, anywhere in the world, in 18 hours. And in World War II, that was to fight the Germans.
Because I have a lot of pride in the entire outfit. And to be a captain in the paratroopers takes a pretty damn good man.
Burris also demonstrated the style that would make him a leader on the battlefield. He pushed recruits to be in the best shape possible. Bob Talon of Dillon, South Carolina, remembered,
this was without a doubt the worst exercise I had been through. Lieutenant Burris was one tough officer. He gained my respect by enduring the same training that he required.
To Burris, that training had one purpose: to bring men home alive. Just over 6 months after Pearl Harbor, Burris shipped out with the 3rd Battalion, 504th Parachute Infantry Regiment of the 82nd Airborne Division. It was the summer of 1942, and he had been ordered to North Africa. Soon Burris would participate in the invasion of Sicily, then spend 2 bloody months holding the beachhead at Anzio in Italy. By D-Day, June 6, 1944, Burris had shot Germans, seen friends die, and battled for endless nights without food or sleep. Burris and his unit were recovering in England from the beating they had taken in Anzio that June. Less than 4 months after the D-Day invasion of Normandy, a C-47 transport plane was carrying his unit to their objective, the Grave Bridge in the Netherlands. Operation Market Garden was underway.